So overall, the state of play was actually pretty solid in my opinion. I think across the board, I personally gave it A plus because like the extended looks for games that I've been looking forward to, I loved what I saw. That was my big
I
thing.
didn't watch the whole thing. I kind of skimmed through for stuff that I'm excited about.
Yeah,
right. And I can see this is one of those ones where it's like usually around the time of like Summer Game Fest during like the kickoff show when I'm always excited for like all the like weird indie games coming out. This right here, I look at this lineup, I'm like, this is like 60% stuff Alex is looking forward to.
Correct. I mean, so just going through the list, I got the full list here. You know, I've got it in order of announcement. So first, immediately let off with another look of Helldivers 2 that comes out in just a couple days. So that makes sense.
Which this game, I'm actually.
Are you getting it?
This is a game I'm probably getting.
Okay.
Because it's like I didn't care at all for Helldivers.
Right.
Helldivers 2 looks fucking awesome.
Yeah. I actually, one thing that I did, I want to start doing this for showcases, is I did make a TikTok with all my opinion on for every announcement. And for the Helldivers, my exact words were, the gameplay looks awesome. This game's not for me, but Helldivers fans should be excited because it looks great.
Yeah.
Like, the game is not for me, but like it looks fantastic.
Yeah. It's like this is something I'm not 100% saying I'm picking it up, but this is one of the few games of the year that's been on my radar as a possible pickup.
Yeah. Also, you should go follow me at TikTok at Sparky3Official. I'm doing the 366 days of gaming challenge. I still need to get up to today's game. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I've been playing Persona all day. Now, the next game, this is one of the ones that I'm excited for, Stellar Blade. I got an extended trailer with an April release date, April 26th. That one's going on the calendar. I'm looking forward to this game. The game just looks cool, man. Like the gameplay looks sick. The combat looks great. Whenever this game was, I think called what Project Eve or whatever it was. I don't remember before I got the name of Stellar Blade. Like I thought I was interested in the game then. I just think the game looks great. Stellar Blade looks like a really cool game.
Yeah, for me, it's one that when it comes closer, I might get excited for.
Right.
But it's also like I look at it, I'm like, I'm unsure.
Yeah.
It's like it looks great, but I don't know if it's
gonna be
my kind of game.
Right.
So this could be one like a week out. I'm the most hyped for it, or I'm still gonna be like,
pick it up on a sale or something like that, you know. Next up, very excited for this. Sonic X Shadows Generations coming this autumn. So it's just a Sonic Generations basically remaster with now Shadow stuff. The vibe that I get from it, especially from like the leaks leading into this, think of like Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury port, where it's like you had the base game of Mario 3D World, but then you add this whole Bowser's Fury segment of the game. That's kind of what I picture. You have Sonic Generations, and now you have like the Shadow Generations. That's kind of how I picture it. So it looks great.
I will say, as someone who didn't watch this show and really didn't pay too much attention to what was going to be on the show going into it, because it's like, I mean, for the most part, I knew what was going to be on there. Man, as someone who's just like kind of clicking through a YouTube video after the fact, seeing what's on there, clicking through and just see its shadow in the middle of the screen, I'm like, what the fuck did I miss?
Shadow's back, baby. One thing I thought was so great that with him coming back in the style of this Generations game is we get to see the villain from his Shadow game. Like, there's Shadow the Hedgehog content in this game. Like, who would have thought they would have referenced that game? So I was just like, wow, that's insane. All right, so the next few things we had was like a look at Zenless Zone Zero. That's by Hoyoverse, of course. That's in development for PS5. Another look at Foam Stars. That should be out, I think, now, or if not in a couple days, coming to PlayStation Plus Essentials, and it's also on sale for $30. Dave the Diver coming to PlayStation along with a Godzilla collab. Dude, these collabs for Dave the Diver just keeps getting wilder and wilder.
They're just kind of like, if we'll ask. So they're taking the concept of it's always a no if you don't ask to the limit.
I'm sure they present their question as like, hey, we were indie game best indie game of the year nominated, so I'm just saying you should consider it. V Rising is coming to PlayStation. That came out in 2022, I think. Pretty solid reviews.
Yeah, I think it was 2022. Yeah, it kind of blew up for a little bit.
Yeah. It's going to get a resurgence potentially.
It's one I haven't played it, but it's kind of been on my list.
Yeah.
But it's also one where I'm like, I've kind of looked for a sale.
Right. Finally got some Silent Hill stuff. Silent Hill, the short message. I remember reporting on this a while ago of just the name was like trademarked or whatever. We got a full trailer of that one. That game is free to play and out now. I do have it downloaded, have not jumped into it yet. It gave me a lot of PT vibes. A lot of PT vibes. Not for John. Not for John. It's free to play, John. I'm just saying. But yeah, I'm looking forward to jumping in this one and trying it out. Not for John.
That shit don't work for everything.
So then we finally got to look at Silent Hill 2 remake. Let's not forget Bloober Team recently put out a message kind of completely blaming Konami. It's just like, Konami, our partner, Konami, really highlighting Konami that it's kind of their fault. So finally got to look at that game. No release date though. And then Judas. I don't know if this was previously announced or if this was the announcement trailer. I don't know. But a lot of BioShock vibes.
Oh, this one. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of BioShock
I couldn't
vibes.
remember what it was because I think this is the one where like I clicked into it and it was like partially into the trailer where I clicked on the video at.
Yeah.
And the first thing I said was, "Man, this looks like BioShock."
Yeah. No, that was the reception from everyone was BioShock.
It's like
That's what it looks like.
I haven't even played BioShock.
Yeah.
And I look at it and I go, this feels very much the same.
Yeah. So like the general reception from this is like everyone was like just beyond stoked. It's like, dude, yes. Something that looks like BioShock. It's BioShock basically. Let's go. So like, there was like a unanimous like, let's fucking go when it came to Judas. A couple VR games. One looked like a great VR game and one looked like a VR game. We had Metro coming back with Metro Awakening VR, and then we had a little trailer for Legendary Tales VR. Metro looked like a great VR game. Legendary Tales looked like a VR game. That's the best way I can describe it.
I mean, that's like when it comes to VR games, the best compliment I can give a game when I watch a trailer that's a VR game is I couldn't even tell it's a VR game.
Yeah, exactly. That's a great compliment.
It's like but I mean, like you said, sometimes it's just going to be a VR game.
Did you actually watch the full trailer for the Legendary Tales? Okay, so there was one clip that I saw someone share on Twitter that like I didn't even mentally process when it happened, but like in the trailer, but like looking back on it, it's just like that is so stupidly funny to include. There was one like quick shot they showed where whoever was playing was just beating the fuck out of a skeleton on the ground like repeatedly for like 3 seconds. It's whack, 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 just beating it. It's just on the ground laying there, and I'm just like, that is hilarious in context. Like now that I look back on it.
It's also just one of those where it's like
the dumb little moment.
It's like know your player base.
Yeah.
It's like because it's one thing I've seen. It's like because I've seen videos because I think back to, and this might be one of the worst examples that I can come up with in my head.
Yeah.
And it was just the difference in ways that like the advertising companies, developers, and everything, the way they present their game for trailers, and it was Division 2 when they were showing like the initial gameplay trailer for it, and it's like they show a squad of people doing a mission, and it's just like they're like calming back and forth, like it's an actual mission that they're going into, and like saying that they're sneaking up on them, trying to time their fire. Then you cut to like a group of people that are actually playing. And it's just like, because I've seen an old video that was a comparison of it, and it cut to a smash cut of like 4 people emoting and screaming at the same time, and then charging into battle. And I'm like, that's the difference between what they think we're doing and what we're actually doing.
Yes.
And it's like, in some of these games, it's like, yeah, just show off what someone is actually going to do in this game.
Yeah,
it's
beat
like,
the shit out of a skeleton.
It's like somebody's going to see a skeleton on the ground and walk over to it and see and try to hit it a few times.
Yes. I will say the one thing that kind of stuck out to me about Legendary Tales, though, that I thought was kind of cool, is that it gave me Oblivion vibes. And I don't mean that as like an insult in terms of graphical, you know what I mean? Like, it's a VR game.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But just like that was the vibe that came off to me. Not even Skyrim, but Oblivion. That was the vibes I got. So I consider that a compliment for me because Oblivion is my preferred Elder Scrolls. It is one of my favorite games. So I think that's a compliment. But I mean, I think like a game like that played in VR in today, I think that'd be fun. I think that'd be cool. Got another look at Dragon's Dogma 2. That's coming out, of course, on the 22nd of March. This game still looks great.
I think everyone is going to play this game.
Yes, I think dude, that's such a big day. That day, dude, you have Dragon's Dogma 2. I know we're not going to play this, but it is, I guess, a notable Nintendo release. You have Princess Peach Showtime that day. And then you have this next game, Rise of the Ronin.
I
all
was
on the
looking.
same
I
day.
was looking at the release calendar earlier, and I was like, "What are you gonna do?" Because this is like these are two of your most anticipated games of the year.
Yep.
On the same day.
I know. I think I'm going Rise of the Ronin.
You're gonna have to you're gonna either have to just pick one or flip a coin.
I'm going Rise of the Ronin because that extended trailer was awesome.
Yeah,
that game looked so good.
I was gonna say, I figure you might pick that one for two reasons. One, I'm probably playing Dragon's Dogma, and two, you have talked way more about Rise of the Ronin than you have Dragon's Dogma.
That's fair. And
you've been way more excited for that.
You are correct, and he's also correct in the narrative of if there's two big games coming out around the same time, if I know that like one of them are going to play like one of them, I'll play the other. Because it's a great example, God of War Ragnarok, Sonic Frontiers. I knew he was going to play Ragnarok, so I got Ragnarok the same day he did, but I played Sonic Frontiers instead so we could talk about it.
I think you liked it better. You liked Ragnarok better than I did.
I love Ragnarok, bro.
It's one of those where it's like I loved it, but like you came into it with like lower expectations.
Yeah, I did. Not as saying it's like in a bad way.
We probably hit the same highs, but they were higher for you because you had no bar going in hardly.
And when he says no bar, I don't mean I thought it was gonna be a bad game. It's just I'm not the diehard God of War fan. That's the only reason why.
It's like he's not the one that played like God of War 2018 and had his mind blown necessarily. He was like, it's a good game.
Yeah, that's a good game. I enjoyed that. That was fun. Yeah, that was me. I was that guy. But Ragnarok blew me away.
That he goes from that to like the same experience that we had in 2018.
Exactly.
But elevated because this one was way up here.
And I think when it comes to that, I think it really goes back to what we've talked about in terms of my excitement for Ragnarok is that 2018, while anyone can play it, it really is for the original fans. While Ragnarok is for the 2018 fans. That's kind of the best way to put it.
Yeah. It's like yeah, because it was 2018 was kind of that. Here's the new story, but we're gonna hit you with every emotional beat and show you all the cool, and then just like slowly introduce you to what happened and cool stuff along the path.
Right. We got someone popping in here on Kick. Hey man, how are you? Hopefully you're having a wonderful day today. But no, Rise of the Ronin though, that game looks great. I'm so excited for it. The extended trailer, everything about it. I mean, it just gives obviously massive Ghost of Tsushima vibes. Like that's what it gives off, which that's totally cool. Ghost of Tsushima was fantastic. Should have been Game of the Year. Not Trash of Us Part 2. Loved Ghost of Tsushima. This game looks awesome. I cannot wait to play it. And then Until Dawn Remaster, baby, for PC and PS5. Day one pickup. Day one pickup.
Like I said,
I'm so pumped for this.
Like I said before, it feels like anytime there's a lull happening, it's just like how like Bethesda has the Skyrim button. They just have the Until Dawn button.
Yeah,
it's hey, it's been a couple years. Release it again.
Yeah, basically. I made a full breakdown of my thoughts in a slideshow on TikTok, whatever, and I put my excitement for this game, and someone commented just like, "You're excited for Until Dawn getting ported to PlayStation 5 and PC? What are you, 12?" I'm just like, bro, I love this game. All right, there's nothing wrong with being excited to revisit a favorite. All right, fuck off. I love Until Dawn. Until Dawn is great. That's the game I feel like probably really got me more into horror games, because growing up, like I wasn't huge into them. When Silent Hill 2 remake comes out, that's gonna be my first experience with Silent Hill 2. I never played the original.
Yeah. No, Until Dawn is like the extent of going into that genre that I've gone.
Yeah, I mean that's what got me into it. Like I played Resident Evils growing up, and that was about it. I played Resident Evil 4 on the GameCube back in the day when it was an only for GameCube game. Shout out to that. But Until Dawn really got me into the genre, and then I further got into the genre like with Mortuary Assistant, the Quarry, stuff like that. But anyway, no, Until Dawn Remaster, that's very exciting. It's complete. Apparently, it's all done in Unreal Engine 5, so that's cool. Game's gonna look great. I can't wait. I also can't wait for the people to play this that haven't played it before. That's also the great thing. Fatal Frame got me in. That's also a good one that I have not played, but I do know that's a damn good one. A lot of people like some Fatal Frame. John, you want to play Fatal Frame?
No.
Sound like a fun time for you?
No. I've seen videos of it, but no, it doesn't not for me.
John doesn't like horror games. He doesn't like horror games.
Every now and then I try.
How's Prey?
I ain't played it again.
Nah, okay. And then the last game that we got to see, what did I watch? With Death Stranding 2 on the beach. Did you actually watch this whole thing?
I saw that it was introducing it, and I was like, I lost interest. I just like clicked away.
What did I watch? Like, okay, this is for context. I haven't played Death Stranding. I know about it, haven't played it. And I'm not saying it looked bad. Like, even in my like review of it on TikTok, I gave it an A+ because the game looked great from like just a general look standpoint. A this is wild as shit, batshit crazy Kojima approach. So A+ on that, but like it's not one that I'm going to pick up. But it's just like, what did I watch? And as someone that has not played Death Stranding, I feel like there's a lot of context here that I need to know, because like a great example is when we're like looking inside of a person, and I just see a baby and a ship come out of the baby's mouth, and I'm like, what am I watching? Kojima, what I like again, like I don't know if there's context for all this with Death Stranding. I have no clue. I'm so lost on it. But Jesus Christ, what did I watch? I mean, it's Kojima game.
It's one of those where it's like, I don't know. Like I said, I saw that it was starting to get introduced, and I was like, yep. I'm not going to be able to understand this, so I'm just going to walk away. It's like, I'm not going to play it. I'm not really going to have any interest in it. So I'm just going to turn it off now.
I kind of want to play Death Stranding. I don't know anyone who's actually played Death Stranding and has like really like was like, this is a great game. This is phenomenal. You know, I mean, there's obviously that, like, that's the reception online is this game's incredible. But I was like, I don't know anyone that has. So it's like, if there's someone watching this that's played it and you love it, please sell me on it.
I don't know anyone that's personally played the game.
Yeah, I don't know either. Like, please sell me on this. If you're watching this and you've played it, in the comments, on the video after the fact, watching, whatever. Sell me on this game. I want to know. It's like, do I need to pick this thing up? The director's cut, whatever. Kojima also announced he's got a new game in development with Sony as well. It's a next-gen action espionage, which a lot of people were catching that he did say next gen. So I was like, did they just announce a game for the PS6 and we don't even have an announcement for the Switch 2 yet?
Yeah.
Like, is that what just happened?
Yeah.
Well, that's what it sounded like.
That's one thing. It's like, at least Kojima's very aware of the fact. He's like, I'm going to make a game. This game is going to take me a fucking long time to make.
Yeah.
To do what I want to do. It's not. It's like this generation is gonna be gone by the time it comes out.
Right. I mean, shout out to that, man. Then we did get the next state of play is set for the 6th, so just a few days from now, and it's just gonna be Final Fantasy VII Rebirth focused. So that's cool. But overall, state of play for me, I'd give that thing an A+. Lots of, like, again, Stellar Blade looked fantastic. Sonic Shadow Generations day one pickup. Okay, Until Dawn, that's awesome. The 2 Silent Hills look great. Dragon's Dogma looked great. Rise of the Ronin extended trailer looked awesome. I'm here for this state of play. This state of play was awesome for me.
Yeah, I mean, this is one where it's like, while I'm only excited about like a couple games on this list, I could also look at it and go,
this was a good state of play.
Yeah. For people that are gonna play a wider range of games than I am this year, this is everything that you wanted.
Yeah,
it's like the only thing that's missing from this show that you're not getting any information about, you're getting information in a week.
Yeah, exactly. Big true. I know one thing that I saw some people like asking, like on whether it was on TikTok or Twitter or whatever the case is, asking about like, you know, was there any like why wasn't there any Spider-Man 2 news? In case it was missed, because it was a very like throw it out there, move on. Insomniac did put out a tweet, I think like last week. Just giving a general update. Like, hey, we're still working on New Game Plus. We're working on a lot of other updates to go along with it. Still needs a little bit of time to cook. And I saw even people just like, but Insomniac, you said it was going to come out in January. Insomniac claps back, no, we said it was coming out early 2024. That is like a window. Okay, we never said January. That you guys got that in your head. And I was just like, shout out to you, Insomniac. Clap back. You know, with all the shit you guys went through at the end of the year, clap back a little bit.
It's one of those where it's like, not every developer, but some developers, they've earned the right.
Yeah.
It's like some developers are like, okay, it's like, yeah, just sit over there. It's like, sit over there, kind of quietly do your work, and we'll be happy when you release something. Don't come talking back because you made some problem. It's like you made some mistakes.
Yeah, exactly.
Where it's like Insomniac, it's like,
They've been through so much.
It's like you just sit there, you're like, get him.
Yeah, do it. Do it.